major project updates across Base, Solana, and so much more. Let's jump straight in. Starting with Base, it seems we have very good news for people who did not fade Zora way back in April, because everyone who has done this NFT on April 22nd might actually receive a real Seiko watch. And second Coinbase update has to do with their potential base airdrop. You have your on-chain verification to complete, and this one you will need KYC to complete, and you will also need to use your most experienced, most used and best base wallet as well. So in this case, you will have to log into your Coinbase account or create one. I'm pretty sure there's some referral bonuses if you use someone's referral. However, either way, you will need to have a KYC Coinbase account where you will have to complete a couple steps, couple simple steps on their website, and finally add to their guild on Base. And here you'll be able to simply finish a few steps and complete this on-chain verification proof. Now, let's take a look at one of the projects we've been very bullish on and had really good results with in the past, and that is Ethena. Ethena is going through some tricky times because their TVL is dropping, their yields are dropping all the way down to 5%, and several projects and chains are actually being cancelled over there. However, usually the case with these projects is that when crypto Twitter or crypto X is at its lowest, the projects might actually have a very good opportunity. For example, Ethena Season 4 airdrop was very, very good. Most of the people who participated were very pleasantly surprised, and the token itself seems to have found some kind of bottom, or either way, it is at a crucial point at this 0.2 to 0.25 cents levels. Of course, there are no guarantees in crypto, and even though Ethena's market cap is already around $2 billion, that does not mean that it cannot go even lower. Their circulating supply is currently just around 50% of their total supply, so we're going to be having quite a substantial amount of unlocks over the next couple of years as well. Now, looking at another project we're very bullish about, which is GRVT, one of the better perpetuals out there, we might have really good news regarding their valuation numbers according to some projections. So if we're comparing the data with Hyperliquid and Aster based on their volume and open interest, we might see some very promising results. So let's take a look at volumes and open interests as of 28th of November. GRVT's daily trading volume is 1.32 billion and open interest is 218 million. Open interest is, of course, a much better indicator of what's actually happening on the platform, because this 1.32 billion could just be wash trading. However, open interest is the actual amount of longs and shorts that are still open on the platform at any given time. So Hyperliquid's FDV is 22.8 billion and their volume is 2.84 billion, with open interest being 6.39. This means that the open interest on Hyperliquid is way, way higher than GRVT. It is much, much more used platform, but the volumes are actually much higher on GRVT in comparison. And comparing with Aster, their volumes are almost the same as Hyperliquid's. However, the open interest is 3 times lower, and therefore the FDV is also roughly 3 times lower than Hyperliquid's. This would indicate that open interest could be a much better indicator of their future values, but only time will tell. If we're looking at expected fully diluted valuations based on volumes alone, then we are seeing that GRVT might be around 2.7 billion in their valuation, which feels a little bit too much, way too much. However, the FDVs based on open interest is going to be much more realistic, just under 1 billion. Here, they're suggesting around 800 million. And one last thing to note is that open interest has actually increased 5 times from 40 million to over 200 million. So if this trend continues, we might actually see some impressive valuations by the end when TGE comes around. So conclusion, based on the average cost of mining 1 point, which is about $5 to $7, then assuming that you are either doing delta neutral or not losing money trading, then 1 point would be worth $37, which means that quite a substantial profit could be attained by farming GRVT. Of course, going through this crypto journey can be a very lonely process. However, surrounding yourself with experienced, seasoned veterans of this space can be an invaluable asset on your journey to securing bull market gains. One such place where you can discuss all the topics, stay up to date with all the latest development in the crypto space is our Discord, going strong for almost 3 years already, and you have many different people to share strategies and get the best insights in the markets. If this is something that interests you, all you have to do is check the official link under every video, find the subscriptions page, and here choose monthly or yearly plans, as well as an airdrop tracking application that will keep you organized on your journey. Also, if you're looking to get some fresh alpha from one of the very knowledgeable people, founders of What Exchange and Santiago, there is a very good update regarding airdrop farming and why it might not be the way going forward. This is all available on their X accounts, either on Not the Wolf or Cryptocurrency State official channel. Now, regarding the Rainbow token, one of the wallets we've been farming over the last few years, they are announcing that there's going to be 20% of token generation event going to the airdrop, meaning that 20% of the supply is going to the community. The use and utility of Rainbow token is going to evolve over the years, but initially it's going to have the standard buyback and redistribution to the users as a main primary utility. More information and updates for the token generation event will be coming next week. And for everyone who is in HyperEVM ecosystem, there might be a new interesting opportunity for liquid staked hype. Now that we've had Kinetic airdrop, there might be Valantis as a new airdrop opportunity. Is still flying a little bit under the radar, and if you're using it in the next couple of days, you might still claim a Genesis badge from the Valantis app. Now, jumping into Solana ecosystem, we have some great news from Solana Seeker, whose SKR token is coming already in January. Their utility is going to have a very, very self-sustaining flywheel with Guardians, the assets that are going to be verifying the authenticity of devices and making sure that the onboarding process for new users who are also going to be receiving some onboarding rewards goes smoothly. The rest of the flywheel is focused on hardware and dApp developers, which are going to ensure there's a steady inflow of new utility and users. The Guardians in the beginning will be Solana Mobile, with many other promising projects across Solana such as Helios, Jito, and others serving this purpose in the future as well. The tokenomics as well look pretty good as well. 30% is going for airdrops, 25% for growth and partnerships, 10% for liquidity, community treasury, 15% for Solana Mobile, and 10% going to Solana Labs.
Hey guys, we partner with What Exchange, one of the greatest decentralized exchange right now in the market. I love that you can see everything on your screen at once. You can connect to What Exchange from different mainnets, and you can see here the list of hundreds of tokens. They are continuously adding more tokens each week. And What Exchange has an active airdrop. They are going to distribute 30% of the total supply, guys, into this airdrop. So that is why I am super bullish trading here too. You can see here the point section that they added recently, so you can check everything about your progress on this airdrop. And in trading, you can see how many order tokens you earn because they have this payback system from the fees that you pay. Part of that goes back to you on order tokens. So check the link on the description to join to What Exchange, trade on the platform, participate on the airdrop of the 30% of the supply, and also get some order tokens back. All the links are in the description.
Token is not doing particularly well, just like many different alts out there. However, if we do believe altcoin season might be around the corner, with BTC dominance continually dropping, there might still be a lot of room for upside. And final two updates is from the new airdrop checkers and claims. First one, we have Superform, TGE, and airdrop very shortly. If you've been using the Superform app over the years, make sure to register for the airdrop, share your stats on X, and stay deposited to qualify for future airdrops in the future. There will be a lot of new updates prior to TGE. Also, the ZkSync Foundation is doing their airdrop checker as well, so if you've been farming this one, make sure to register on their official website. That is a wrap for all the airdrop updates for today. If you like the content, make sure to like and subscribe, bell notifications on. Any questions or comments, I'm waiting for you in the comment section below and in our Discord. Thanks for watching, and until next time, have an amazing day.